my life and out of existence, and now you're like, oh, you stole from them. That's just so much bashing and battering and mental, that's mentally bullying as well. So I just wanted to let you know, because after she changed that whole beautiful moment, I mean, that could even affect your subscribers, because we were all involved in this, and something that was so beautiful, she turned it so ugly today. And that really made me upset, because I'm like, okay, you are a liar. I believe she lied about everything, but just something that we really wanted to do for you in the time you were hurting, and for her to just kind of spit in your face about it, I didn't like that. So I have been talking to Nick, and we were like, well, whatever lawyer she needs, if it's a lawyer in California, I don't know if it has to be in that same state. If you want them to present anything to YouTube, whatever you want, we are willing to take care of the cost. So I just really wanted to tell you that.
I'm crying right now. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I was so hurt by that today.
Well,
because she usually comes on way earlier than you do. And so I'll turn it on, I'll clean up, I'll take Bentley, out for a walk, and I'll have my phone in my hand. And, when I heard that today, I was like, no. That was a beautiful moment that all of us put together. Because one thing that really frustrated me was, Unspoken was starting to expose about Chella's daughter. And that is hurtful. It's hurtful when you think somebody was there and they weren't. Or somebody was in this position and they really weren't. And you did all these mukbangs and, in her name, and to, represent her and all of this stuff. And just to know all those efforts and even the prayers you probably prayed and all of that, it was just like, you sent me through this emotional roller coaster. So I was like, positive, I'm going to send you an email. And I just told her, like, this has just been a rough week for Casey, because I cannot imagine how she feels with this being exposed. This is hurting her on so many levels, and they're not realizing how bad and how damaging. If Casey wasn't a woman of God, and she didn't, put it in God's hands, she probably could have did something hurtful to herself. She probably could have hurt herself, because some people can't take that. It's like, oh, wait a minute, she don't exist. So, and, just the thing of Tosh talking over and over about not seeing Unspoken's face. Well, now everybody kind of gets to see that. But with her saying, oh, I don't see your face. But it's the same thing with Chella. You didn't see Chella either. And why is it contradiction? Why is it that I can see this person, but I can't see this one? But honestly, it's financial. You had a financial, agreement with Chella, and you're collecting money for a woman you're not seeing. That's way deeper than somebody just telling you how it is. So I really do believe that Cash knows about Chella, or there's some type of, scam there. And I kind of also believe that Suge might be involved, because I was watching a live where a lady said, Suge, tell Chella to call in to talk to Tosh, and tell her to talk about this so we can get it all out on the table. And this was during Unspoken's live, and she had a live the same time that Tosh did. So Unspoken is asking Tosh, keep it real, all this stuff. And the person is going back and forth, and they're, Tosh, could you please say this? Could you please answer these questions? They just want to know. And then somebody popped up and said, Suge, tell Chella to call in. And I'm like, so how did Suge know Chella? Why did Suge have Chella's number? So I know there's some kind of coordination thing there, and that's even bigger than bullying someone. That's making somebody believe that there is a little girl that is dying from cancer, that I am a positive influence in her day, in her life, even when she don't know if today is her last day. And now you're telling me that she's not here anymore, and I didn't even get a chance. That's not up to Tosh. That wasn't up to Sugar to say if you got a chance to be with that little girl in her last moments, or to pray for her, just so you can have a peace of mind. But instead, they took this from you, and now it's this big scam. That kicks you even, that's even worse. So, after she did what she did today, because one of the big reasons why we had did this is because that was the week that you had found out and things were starting to be exposed about Teller's daughter. And I just thought that was just such a hard thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. We got to do something. You know, for her to turn that moment into something so ugly today, I was like, that's it. I called Nick at work, and I said, we are going to pay for all of her legal expenses. I do not care. They want to go to California and go to YouTube, then we're going to go to California and go to YouTube. I'm sorry that it has to be a tick for tack, but I want the best lawyers, because somebody has to get down to the bottom of this. And if it has to be legal, oh well. So whatever you want to do. I've been trying to do research, get some lawyers. I've talked to somebody that is a part of cyberbullying, and they're like, yeah, but YouTube is different. So I'm like, okay, well, can you give me a list of lawyers? And I'm waiting for his email. He told me that he would email me next week. And whatever you need, even if you say, oh, well, I want to do this lawyer, whatever, it's up to you. I just want you to know you have our financial support.
That's a blessing, and I'm shocked. I think the first way to probably go, as far as YouTube is concerned, is I could get all of her videos taken down, and even her channel taken down on defamation of character. But you have to, when you go to apply, like if you go to click on defamation of character, you have to have something from a lawyer in order for YouTube to take them videos down.
Okay.
So
Well,
I
that's
think
what you want.
the first thing I probably need to do is just to see if I could just get something in writing from a lawyer,
Okay.
and see if that could work for YouTube. And to also prove that I probably need to get statements from Cash App saying that I've never received $500, and also that the money that was given to me was from Chella was a gift, because she leaves a message in there that it's a gift. I think the first step is just to try to get her channel closed down. And in order to do that, I think you need to have something from a lawyer to just get it closed down. Now, how much that initially is going to cost, I don't really know. Hopefully, it's not that much. But
Well, you know what? I don't want it, like, just because I'm telling you, I could just tell you can't trust anybody, and just to prove to you I'm not that type of person, and I'm a really trustworthy person, I'll let you do your research to the lawyers that's close to you and somebody that can provide you with that statement, and then you just let me know, you have my number, how much it is, and I will send it over in Cash App. I don't want to say, oh, let me call the lawyers in your area, because no, so many people have just turned on you and treated you so wrong. Even the lady you did the mukbang with, and I'm finding this out, and
yeah, I got a video coming out in a couple of days that's going to question whether or not Tosh Time sent her to my house. So it's just, and even this Queen of Salad lady were you into Unspoken's live today?
Yes, I was.
The
Yeah.
Queen of Salad lady called me yesterday, and I recorded the conversation, but she sounds like Miss June.
Oh goodness.
She sounds like Miss June to me. And you know, Miss June used to be one of my ex-mods, so I know how her voice sounds. And I've talked on the phone with her
Yeah.
before.
I was like doing some of your old videos I'm watching, and I saw where you were saying that she was one of your ex-mods. She was a church woman. She was like very positive and praying and all that. And I've even seen her in Tasha's live calling and praying. Like, was it yesterday? She called and she gave a scripture and she prayed. But I'm like, how are you mixing that? And it's not, that's God's job to judge. I'm not judging. But how are you mixing that with the things that they're saying, the Cyclops stuff and the this and that? How can you do that?
And even Miss June said yesterday or day before yesterday, she said, now I don't know where she getting this from, because you know they lie about everything, so obviously they making it up. She said that my son tried to choke me because he holds me responsible for his dad's death.
Oh my gosh.
And my son's dad died when he was 7 years old.
Oh my God.
My husband had sickle cell anemia and he died of a crisis. They don't know that. They don't know how old my son was when his dad died. Or for her to sit up here and say my son tried to choke me because he holds me responsible for his dad's death. Like, they are willing to go, and Miss June said that. And they are willing to go to any length. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just wicked and it's evil. And Miss June cannot say that she has any affiliation with God, because she does not.
No, because she would have pulled herself away from that. I find so much peace when I'm on your live, even when you're defending yourself. And I'm busy typing and doing blogs and writing books and stuff, so most of the time I can't talk that much. But it's just been so much peace when I'm in your live. I even go back to like your God Answer Prayers page, and I watch some of the things you do there. He answers prayers. I watch what you do there. You would be able to tell, okay, gosh, there is something mentally wrong with her, and she's dangerous. She has to stop. Like, her page, her whole channel should be taken down, because she's so dangerous. She's taking advantage of everybody. She's taking advantage of Suge. So I watched a live of her and Suge, and Suge was so happy that she found out how to watch Tosh on her computer and have Tosh on her phone. So she's like, I did it. And just the acceptance that she wanted from Tosh, you could tell that mentally Tosh is manipulating her. She wanted this approval so bad. You could read it in her face, in her actions. She turned into like a 6-year-old kid at a Christmas tree. She was just so lit up, and she wanted Tosh to just be so approving of that. And Tosh brushed it off, and you can kind of see the disappointment there a little bit. So she is mentally manipulating people. I've gone to Slay, Spinabitia. I've gone to her page. I saw some of the things she's gone through with surgeries and all of that stuff. These people that are following her, they can easily be manipulated. And somebody like that is very dangerous for social media and for an influence. You can't have people like that. Even the lady today that called Lisa, I could tell by the tone of her voice that there was something going on, some type of handicap, something that was going on. And she started crying, and I stand for you, Tosh, but I could just tell. And I've been listening to people's testimonies on the phone with her, and the things that they went through, or the medical problems they have. I'm like, no, you are taking advantage of these people. Even Suge. Suge is, and I can look at Suge and tell she's somebody that was never loved and never taken care of. And she's always had to prove herself in life, whether it was illegally doing something for someone or whether it was just, proving herself some kind of way. And Tosh has become that person that she's trying to prove herself to. So it's like, and she'll get wrong too, because she says messed up things, but she's just wanting approval so bad. She wants acceptance, and Tosh is like playing that role. But today, Tosh is telling Shook, because Shook is like, I'm no longer going to be on camera. Because see, she doesn't like the fact that Unspoken used her picture in one of her videos. So she said, I'm going to California and I'm going to go to lawyers. I'm going to go in there with a lawyer to the YouTube studio, and I'm going to say what I got to say, and I'm going by myself. And here goes Tosh. Well, I'm going to give you my paperwork too, and I'm going to give you some PDF files. And she's like, what is a PDF file? She was like, oh, it's a Word document. I'm going to give you some files to also take in for me. So it's like you're using this lady to do your dirty work. You're using her, and Suge doesn't see it. So it's like she is really just an unsafe person to have as a public influencer.
Yeah.
Because she knows how to draw attention to those who are unfortunately weakly minded, and she knows how to manipulate them. And that's dangerous. Even Perkins' life, I watched a live that she did, and she mentioned how you have went into Perkins' life and have made a comment about how could you be with talking about African American history and you're white. And I'm like, no, that's not what happened. Because I did research on Perkins' life, because you were literally hurt that day that you found out that this man was on the spectrum. You told them, okay, guys, we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to share the video. No, I'm just going to tell them I pray for them. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. You were genuinely, you didn't even know who they were. So weeks, maybe 2 months ago, Perkins' wife's husband had posted a video call to the lint liquor. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll look at that as something that Tosh calls, our movement, because I hear it geared towards us all the time. So I'm like, okay, what does this man have to say about us 2 months ago? And I click on it, and he's like, I was in Tasha's live, and I mentioned something about African American history, and this person came on Tasha's live and got on me for saying that because I'm white. It was never his page. It was never his live, like Tosh said. She completely lied about it. So when she was saying, she went over to their channel and made these ugly comments about him being a white man and talking about Black history. That was not true. So it's like, people they're not connecting the dots. And I know that her subscribers support each other, but nobody was clever and smart enough to say, no, that was 2 months ago, and it would happen on your life. Remember, nobody can connect because she has them so brainwashed. So it's like, yeah, like, I've been doing so much research on this lady, and I'm like, you gotta go. You do not need to be on YouTube, because you're gonna, and the fact that, another thing, I watched the video where he was put into the mental institute, and the wife saying how he was homicidal. And I'm like, maybe she meant to say suicidal. Because I'm up at like 3 in the morning watching the Perkins live. I had just watched your live, and then I said, okay, I want to see what they were talking about. And your live was over, and then, so after a while getting settled in, I decided to watch their video, and she's saying he gets homicidal. And I was like, okay.
I think she do mean homicidal. I think she means that he will hurt other people. That's homicidal.
Yeah. I said, Nick, do you think she mean it suicidal? And she mentioned it a few times, like, he got homicidal when he took his medicine. And I said, Nick, do you think she means suicidal? He was like, no. And then I listened, and she said he's willing to do whatever for family. And he looked at y'all as family. And I was like, oh no, Tosh gotta go. You got people that you're manipulating with this mindset where they're mentally sick, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not anything bad. You know, you got those people out there that just, that's how they are. And you can manipulate them to
Yeah.
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And knowing that this guy has that, he could potentially be harmful to someone to prove that you're family to him. No, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. So, yeah, just I'll let you find a really, really, really good lawyer in your area. That way you can get the paperwork that you need from them easily, and then you just tell me how much it is, because she does. She has to get off of YouTube. It's just dangerous.
Well, all I want to do is just close her channel down, but in doing that, you have to know that she's going to come back on another channel. She's going to have to start all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And she might try to come for me physically because she ain't going to have nothing else to do on YouTube. So,
Yeah.
I really just want her off of YouTube myself. And,
Yeah.
Unspoken them, if you ask me, they're not moving fast enough, because to me they're playing with her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't see, even though I appreciate Unspoken a whole lot, but I really don't see this thing winding up if they keep playing with her. I
I
mean,
don't either.
we don't need any more. We don't need any more proof. We don't need any more evidence. We've already got all the proof and evidence that we need. She raised money. It's considered a felony what she did.
Mm-hmm.
And I could press charges against her. If Nana's case is solid like they say it is, of her threatening her, Nana could press charges against her. What are you waiting on? What, you waiting for her to have more victims?
Right.
You're waiting for her to influence more people? She needs to be silenced today, not tomorrow.
Yeah. One thing that's so positive too, and I said, when she had sent me her number, the email, because she wanted to know how I wanted to do the whole thing for you. And I told her, I said, I do like the fact that, Unspoken, she has this movement going. However, in the beginning of the movement, well, not in the very beginning, because she has so many videos that I wasn't there for. But really, when this stuff started getting real ugly and the Chola stuff started coming out, when she was having lives, people were doing the dozens. And I'm like, we can't afford that. Because then, it's almost like, well, you guys are bullying too. If we got to do this in a clean manner, and if you have some type of proof, you need to only communicate with Tasty. Tell her the proof that you have. Prove it to Tasty. She's the victim in all of this. She really is the victim in all of this, her and Anna. So just give her the proof you have, and you guys move from there. You don't have to come on live and say, I know you did this, I know you, because all it's doing is giving Tosh something to talk about, and it's making her move quicker than we're moving. Because now they're talking lawyers, and now they're talking about doing this. I watched a video Unspoken did where she said, oh, she's erasing her account now. You don't want to let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. You have to move with people like that. I mean, it's okay to have lives and say, I stand up for this, and we're going to show you how positive we are, and Tasty is not a monster, and we're just going to defend ourselves and show you proof of what you've done to us. And then what we done, what we said back to you, we didn't deserve all the name calling. I can understand that. But doing too much, it is playing with them. And it's allowing them to have the upper hand in the situation.
Yeah.
So now they can move faster than where we're moving, and we get nowhere. Today, her live, everybody's like, please get to the point. And she ends up ending the live without getting to the point. So it's like, yeah, we can't. No.
And I think that I just think that this needs to be, if we could put a stop to this, it needs to be put a stop to, like, right now. Not the way that they're going about it. They're antagonizing her. They're constantly giving her more views, constantly giving her, that's one reason why, what you just said, that's one reason why I stopped doing my lives and I started making my videos.
Yeah.
Because my lives, when people are in the live, even though I was getting more information out there in the lives, but the people that were in the lives are expressing their feelings, expressing their concerns, asking questions. You give too much information out in the lives, and
Yes, you
because of the comments of the people in the live, it could be considered bullying as well.
Yeah.
So-
Be a tick for tack.
So if I just create my videos and let people comment on my videos, I'm not trying to influence their views. That's their own thoughts that they got from the video.
Mhm.
And I told
She had the.
I told Unspoken that I wasn't going to be doing any more lives, and I don't think it's a good idea. But I personally, I don't know if Unspoken them is on a different agenda, but I'm not going with their agenda because they don't want to get her videos taken down. Now if we could get her videos taking her videos down would get her channel closed down. So why wouldn't we want to do that as soon as possible?
Yeah.
So I'm banning with my people, and we're gonna flag her videos. I'm going to flag her videos, and I'm gonna get her channel closed down, whatever I could do. And since you and Nick are enabling, gonna be able to assist me, I'm gonna do what I need to do to get I'm not playing with this lady for a whole nother year. And I think Unspoken them are playing with her.
I was on a live and somebody called in and she was mad at, I want to say she was upset with Marcelette too. And she said, somebody said that I was in a live of Tasties, and I was not. I work in the medical field, and Marcelette wrong for that, or whatever the lady's name was. I think it was.
That was Eat with Fifi. That was the lady that I put on the video that said Tasty can go kill herself.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, that was Eat with Fifi.
So I flagged it. And it said timestamp, and I put the time because as soon as I heard it, I ran out of the kitchen and to the front room, and I was like, "Oh no, she did not tell Tasty to go kill herself." But you know what? Tosh did not collect her, so you're responsible.
Yep,
because
she's in.
Your subscriber calling in.
Yep,
You should have said, "You know what?" And just like you say, guys, don't put names. Don't give that information. No, you're not going to put this. You are in control of your chat when you are live. You're like, no, do not. And this is all I want to hear. You guys write a sentence of this, and that's it. That's been in control of your content and what you're allowing to be exposed on your live. With her just sitting back and laughing, you are now responsible for that comment. Because you allowed that comment to happen. And I flagged it, and I'm like, okay, well, when are they going to take it down? Where's the black screen saying channel's not available? What's going on?
They're not.
And
They're not doing it.
I don't know why it wasn't taken down.
And I just, we need to flag it all together. And one thing with flagging, you don't need to flag it from your phone. You need to do it from your computer. Because it's more forms, it's more to fill out on the computer than it is on the phone. So the phone is not effective as it is on the computer. But I'm going to flag that video and another video, but I wanted everybody to flag it with me, but I was just trying to get everything together and get my timestamps together so I could give everybody the timestamps so they don't have to go figure it out on their own. But I'm gonna get at least 20 people to flag that video. I'm not waiting on Unspoken them to do what I feel needs to be done right now. And if in fact Tosh Time has been bullying Nana for 3 years like they said, why are you not ready to shut her down right now?
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. When she said, "No, guys, don't get the videos down because that's more information." Well, you got enough. You got enough. You don't want to.
We have enough.
Brainwashing these people. You have enough. And these poor people, I've gone to their pages. I've watched them talk, and I've watched how they are, and I'm like, they're not mentally stable enough to literally be with Tashawn. They're not. She doesn't. A lot of her people that is in her live chat, I know she claims she has all these followers, but it seems to be the same people every day. When I click on their name and I go to their channel, I'll keep doing that to different tabs. And then once she's done with her live, I go to that person and I watch one person after the other. And none of them, there is only one lady that seems like she's a little there, but everybody else is not. And I'm like, she's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she knows that she is, and
she does know that she is. She knows that she have power over them, and that's why she put them through tests. And she also put them through. She keep lying on me and inciting anger towards them from me to test them to see what their reaction is going to be.
Yeah, I hear people all the time, Tosh, I'm willing to match whatever you're giving today. Tosh one day said a lady named Strawberry Pixie had sent her a very generous amount of money. And she said, and I was planning to give you guys this today, but no, Unspoken wants to have a live when I have a live. So I come in early and she goes on early. This was supposed to be my giving day because Strawberry Pixie gave me all this money. And I said, you know what? You're going to be in really bad trouble if they find out that any of your people are mentally slow because, or MRDD, because that is a felony. That is a felony. You taking money from these people, and you hear their tones on the phone. You've gone to their videos. You picked up on it just like I picked up on it. If you are collecting these funds from these people, and you know that they are mentally unstable, you are in deep crap. I mean, deep crap. It's just bad what she's doing. And that's why she bumps heads with stronger-minded people like you, like B-Loves, like all of these people, because you guys are a challenge for her. She doesn't know how to manipulate you. She can't manipulate you. But these people, she can. And that's where it's just dangerous. She has somebody that was in her, that was a subscriber that has the potential to be homicidal. She has somebody that has a potential to do this and do that. Like, that's just, no, that's bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
and Unspoken is willing to embrace that lady, Salad Lady, and the Perkins family, but you have to be very careful. I'm not saying don't embrace them, but I'm saying don't be putting them on a pedestal and just disregarding your whole purpose of you coming live, because you don't know if that's a plan. Like, that's very suspicious that both of them came over there at the same time. And when I spoke to the Salad Queen, or whatever her name is, yesterday, she told me she was going to be watching the movement, but she wasn't going to comment. She said she wasn't going to comment, and she didn't want Tosh to know that she was over here watching us and supporting us, and she wasn't going to comment. But one day later, you're doing the opposite of what you said you were going to do.
Because it detoured what you guys had planned. And it detoured the whole movement, the whole conversation, and it kind of showed the mentality of Unspoken and those who were in the live entertaining that. To where somebody could come in, even the Bride of Chucky. The Bride of Chucky is also one of Tosh Time's people that was in her live. Because one lady that scared the crap out of me, her name is Moonglow, and she has like this whole like kind of like a like maybe a black magic thing about her in the picture. She has this mask on, the Bride of Chucky, and I was like, she got some weird name people in her, chat. But she didn't even pay attention to the fact that the Bride of Chucky was also one of Tasha's subscribers. Mm-hmm. So you got these people that's just in your life, and they're completely putting a halt to what you have planned. That doesn't show a powerful movement, and it is a powerful movement. The intention behind it is, but you got to keep striving, no matter who's watching, no matter who's saying what. Not giving this lady your platform to go back and forth with Tosh and putting what she says up there. Now your live is Tosh's live.
Yep. That's the same thing I was saying, and I'm just not going. That's why I do not watch Tosh Time live while I'm live. I go to one of her other videos that have already, if I'm going to do commentary on something, I go to one of her videos that is past, because I don't need to be going back and forth with her. You're giving her an opportunity, you're giving her a platform, and you're keeping this going. And they just keep doing, they keep doing stuff that is very unwise. And that's why I say I'm going to have to make my own moves, because what they are doing is not helpful to, this is never going to end. Like, we want to do something that makes this come to an end. We got enough evidence.
Yeah. And something else is when Unspoken left and she said, okay guys, I'm done for today. I went back to Tasha's live, and somebody had put up, Tosh, you had Queen of Salads go over there. She was like, I knew you guys were going to say that. And she had it up on her screen, like, you know how you guys highlight the comments? And the person said, you had Queen of Salads go over there. And she said, I knew you guys were going to say that. I didn't have her go over there. So, yes, Unspoken's live became Tasha's live because that was a whole setup. It was a way to deter her and to put a halt to her talking and throwing out a powerful message and powerful information, because Tosh doesn't want to hear that, and she doesn't want people to hear it. So what she did, because she was so distraught when Unspoken started having live, when she was having live, to the point where Tasha even came over herself, and she was in Unspoken's live and messaging her, Suge, and somebody else, and so that distraught her so bad to where she's like, oh, we got to put an end to this. How can we do it? And she set that up today so that she can control the lives that she was having. But another thing, I really don't care too much for, I care about the intention behind it and the meaning behind it, but not the way that it's being done with the Unspoken thing, because the official, oh my goodness, the life he had yesterday, I was laughing at some stuff, but I was like, this is not good. Mm-hmm. These people cannot be affiliated with Tasty.
That's my, and do you notice they don't come to support me anyway?
No.
They don't come to support me.
I'm looking.
They're only doing this to gain. D-Spot is creating this drama to gain subscribers, and that's what he's doing. And he pretty much, because I talked to him on the phone with Miss Gloria, and he pretty much said that on the phone with us.
Yeah, I think the same thing, unfortunately, with Unspoken. The way she moved today, I was like, why did you? And then when she started saying, don't tell her to take her stuff off. No, the whole thing about the movement is to stop bullying. Guess what? She is bullying Tasty every time somebody goes onto one of her videos and one of her lives, and they hit replay, and they're watching her call Tasty all those names. Guess what? She just bullied Tasty again. So anybody that runs across that video, she just bullied her again, because that is somebody that may not know Tasty, and maybe they have heard of her, but she's literally bullying her every time those videos are played. So yes, they all need to come down, because those videos are up there for the lifetime of that person's YouTube career and for as long as they want to keep it up there. And you are constantly getting bullied every time that play button is clicked on. Every time.
And see, that's what I told Unspoken. I told Unspoken because the way that they're looking at this, and I told them, I said, you know, y'all saying it's a movement for stop bullying, but I'm the only one that she's really picking at and making more videos and exposing and doxing every day. So while y'all up here thinking it's funny and y'all taking y'all a sweet time, y'all are allowing her to continue to bully me. I told her that. And I
was telling Nick when she was going to expose Chella and give all these receipts. I was telling Nick, like, I said, I understand that her internet is down or something's going on, but something is rubbing me the wrong way about this whole thing. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, just wait and see. And then, like, we went days for the internet being down. And so Nick is like a head honcho at Spectrum. And so he's like, they got 72 hours. And I'm like, okay. He's like, no, I know. He was like, you know, that's not how we run things in the cable industry or the internet. Spectrum has everything. But he's head honcho at, like, the Spectrum Mobile. So he's like, no, you know, that don't make any sense to me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Then she started having these lives. And the lives started going blank. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden she comes and she has a life, and it's not about anything with the Chella receipts. It's like, guys, I can't give this information right now because I got to get approval first. And I'm like, what? No, you don't.
But see, I'm wondering now. I'm just asking, have anybody wondered this? It seems like some people are actually maybe working with Tosh Time them because that's who they promoting. That's who they're watching. That's who they're telling people to go check out Sugar's videos, to go listen to Sugar. Y'all got to hear some of the stuff Sugar. It sounds like they promoting Tosh Time and Sugar.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I was like, I've been waiting around for about 5 days now, and her life finally came up, and she is not giving any of these receipts. She doesn't have to say Tosh Time. She could say Tina Turner all she wants to, but we need to see those receipts. Like, what happened? And then I'm like, okay, now you're talking about a video that Sugar had. Now you're talking about a video that Tosh had, and you're talking about people from the beef sector. I didn't even know where the beef sector was on YouTube. And when she started talking about that, I went to those people's, like, Thigh Baby or something. I went to those pages, and I'm like, it seems more of promoting and actually being a part of the beef sector because, like Tosh keeps saying, she said it yesterday, she said it before, she got 60 new people a part of this whole Mukbang Rebel since the stuff with you has started. So she has 60 new people. So I'm like, you're gaining from this.
Which I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's a lie. I don't believe that.
Yeah, but I do think she's gaining. She's gaining more views because back and forth between her and Unspoken, it's like, you know, Suge will say something. Oh, she used my picture. And so I, you know, honestly, with how people are naturally, I'm like, okay, well, when Suge's video is over, I'm going to go over and see what Unspoken did with her picture. And lo and behold, there's Suge's picture, like, you know, a few rows down. And I'm like, what is this? Why are they back and forth? You know, Suge is like, she's the stuttering man. She stuttered. You guys got to go see it. It was funny. And then I go back, but I already had watched that, and I was like, Unspoken wasn't stuttering. But it's like a back and forth tag team thing. Go see them, they can send you to see her, you know? So it's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm going to call her and talk to her and let her know that I'm in support of what they're doing, but I have to make moves for myself too. I'm going to let her know that somebody contacted me and let me know that they're willing to help me with my legal fees, and I'm not going to tell her your name or anything. I'm not going to say who's doing it. And I'm just going to see what her response is, because I'm going to let her know this is not, we're not achieving anything.
Mm-mm.
What is
We're
it that
not.
we're
No.
achieving?
No, and she's not going to use Tasty's being a victim, being seriously hurt. That is, I mean, Tosh just keeps kicking you and kicking you.
And
It's enough when.
and then the other day, what happened was that really made me frustrated, and I called her because they act like they have so much information on Nana and Tosh that they have a case. And I called her and I was frustrated. And I was like, I'm the only one getting beat up. I put myself, because I had decided, y'all know weeks ago, I had said, I'm just going to leave Tosh time to God. And I decided to just walk away from this aspect of it. And I put myself back in the line of fire. And the only ones that's getting fired on is me. And then she went to dox me and talking about me being in jail before and all of that. And I'm the only one getting hit. But I think, and this is how I felt, and I told her, I feel like I'm alone fighting this by myself, and I feel like I am being used to take the hits for them.
Yes, me too. Yeah, and then you're also being used to build up everybody's subscribers and views and stuff. People, the young-minded people, they're getting a kick out of this, being able to laugh and talk about this person and that person. And I'm seeing in 1 minute, she only got 20 viewers unspoken. Today, she had 49 in there. You know, it's growing and growing every time I go to these lives. And I'm like, you know what? You guys aren't going to use Tasty as a victim. I mean, she's a victim, but you're not going to use her being a victim for your game. You're not. Unspoken said something the other day, and she said, you guys, if you want to make videos and be a part of the dark movement or dark nights movement or something, go ahead and why don't y'all go ahead and, you know, get your subscribers from this, get views from this. I'm like, that's not what this is about. No, we're not doing that. You know, don't encourage people, because you know what, you're using Tasty's situation, something that's so hurtful. I mean, we don't know you. Tasha's made it seem like you have been followed. Like, we have to get this done and over with. We have to take legal action. We need protection. I mean, even if there's some alarms that's placed in your house or whatever you need, this just has to go down this way. It can't be you influencing people to open up channels and speak to be a part of this movement, and you guys will get subscribers. And, you know, we have to switch over and show you what is going on. Don't do that. No. And when she said that, I was like, now, this is what she is. I can't deny it. I was mad.
Yeah, I've been feeling that. I only said that to one person. That was Miss Gloria.
Yeah. And when I made her like
And I told Miss Gloria too, without my, that's why she kind of like backtracked the other day when I talked about her, because without my situation, they acting like they have so much, but really without my situation, they don't have anything.
They don't. Mm-mm. They don't. And then Nana put her, she put her police report number up, and I'm like, oh, Nana, please don't. I know the girl seems like
she's very listen, and see, then that's another thing. I don't mean to keep cutting you out, but you keep saying stuff that I've already. They are very unwise, because you're putting your police report number up there. You're giving your own person. You're doxing yourself. They're ignorant, and I can't tell them nothing, and they won't listen. And I even told some people, I really don't even want to be affiliated with them, because they are doing ignorant stuff.
Yeah, they are.
And I think it's all for attention. I told somebody this. I think it's for attention.
Yeah, me too. When Nana put that up there and said, and anybody want to Google document and download, I'm like, what? Anybody could be in this live. What are you doing? The girl only has, she has so many views. She got 19 likes, and then at the point where I was watching her, and she got, so many dislikes. I'm like, there's people in here in the bushes. what are you doing?
Mm-mm.
And she sure did, and she highlighted it.
They so foolish. I thank you for calling me today. I'm gonna call Miss Gloria. I might end up calling you back. I'm gonna call Miss Gloria and let her know what is going on, and I'm gonna see what she say, and then I'm gonna call Unspoken, and I'm just gonna let her know, listen, I'm getting ready to wind this up on my end. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know how long y'all gonna take, but I'm getting ready to wind this up on my end. And you calling me is really a blessing, because I was laying in the bed and I was just thinking, Lord, what can I do to wind this up? What can I do to get the ball rolling as far as getting her channel closed down, which is, and I know I'm gonna go and look at the YouTube when you click on reporting defamation of character, it tells you that you have to do something. And so I'm going to look at what that is I have to do and try to consult legally with somebody, and whatever is going on, I will let you know. And we even will let you do a 3-way call with the lawyer or whoever to let you hear for I'm not a con artist, and I never have been.
No, I believe you're not, and I don't have to do it, because you know what? Everybody has been using your situation, and just for respect for you, I don't even want, to know the lawyer's name. I just want to know you got somebody backing you that's going to put an end to it. And I was even thinking, because I've been brainwashing on this, brainstorming. I'm like, what do we do, Nick? What do we do? I stayed up last night till 5 in the morning, and I said, you know what? Casey should have a thing where she tells a live, where she tells everybody email me your email address. All of the people, Miss Gloria, Miss Joyce, Positive, all of those people that you know for sure. And then you email us and say, at this time, on these videos, on this day, we're all going to go on flag. And that's what we do. And it'd be a flag movement.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying. That's what I'm getting ready to do. And I'm not going to even tell Unspoken and nothing. I'm just going to let her know, Unspoken, I'm getting ready to handle my business. And I'm not going to let this, I don't know how long y'all plan on lollygagging and playing with them, but I am not going to continue to play with them. And whatever I can put a stop to, I'm going to put a stop to.
Yeah.
And I don't, because they made me so mad the other day that I called her and I told her, I don't need nobody. I said, I don't need nobody else. I can do this by and see, that's when she tried to, I said, I could do this by myself. I do not need anybody, because I'm not about to play these games. And they were like, well, we know you don't need anybody, Tasty. You're strong, but we want to help you, but you're not helping me. You're putting me in the line of fire, and you're pussyfooting around with it. You're not helping me.
No. And then she has you come into the live, and she's streaming Tasha's video. She has 3 of Tasha's followers or subscribers in the video, including you're in this live too. And so when there's proof of that shown, it's like, yeah, but you were also in the same live, and it seemed like you were involved in this whole back and forth thing. No, you can't be put in a line of fire like that, because that makes things confusing. And you're trying to get this lady to stop. So even when she was like, Casey, you're so salty, I was like, okay, that's a smack in the face, because you should have stayed to the point, not allowing Tosh to take over your life. You shouldn't be like, Tasty, you're salty. Yeah, you know what? I'm salty because I feel like you're using Tasty's situation to get gain. Like today in her live, that was one of the lives that had the most people that I've seen. I've seen a few that had like 50 people, but today was one of those lives. And I just feel like people are taking advantage and they're trying to use you. And I really don't like that, because you are such a genuine person. And I'm like, no, not today. I'm calling Tasty. I am calling. I was so upset. I was like, no, we are getting to the end of this.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me make some phone calls. Let me and see what we could do. I know I'm probably not going to be able to. I probably won't start looking. I'm going to look into, from YouTube's perspective, what they're telling me to do my research on that, and I might need some other people to help me with that. I know Positive Mukbanger was telling me she used to be a paralegal or something. And so I might need a little advice. And so we might have to have a little conference call together, just so I could get y'all to help me to see what is the best move to make. Because I don't want to waste any money. I don't want to make a move, but it's not the right move, and then that ends up wasting money. And I want to try to find the least expensive way to do it. Whatever, if it was just stop it with a real letter from a lawyer just saying these things are defamation. I don't know if I'm gonna have to go to court or what, but I spoke to a police officer that he's an officer where I live at, and he was telling me that I might have to take her to court. I might have to take her to one of them court things like on TV. The TV court things.
Wow, like a silver court.
Yeah, but the ones that are on television. He think that would be a good step too for me to do. So I don't know.
Yeah. We
just gonna look through everything and see we need to weigh our options, but the least expensive way is the way that because somebody said they're going to pay for something for me, I'm not going to say, oh, well, let's just get the easier route, because this might just, to get her channel closed down, it might just take documentation from a lawyer or somebody to prove that this was defamation of character.
Yeah, true. That's true.
So,
well, I am open to whatever you want to do, and just, keep me in the loop and let me know. But I'm still watching. I'm going to do timestamps myself and write stuff down.
I think you might need to. This is what I suggest for everybody, especially since you have anxiety. I really don't think you should be watching that stuff, because that stuff begins to get into your spirit and keep you up at night and keep you restless. I just won't, because that's evil and it's wicked. I can't do it no more. I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
I really don't think you should be watching all of that and trying to be that involved, because that's going to cause you problems. That's going to cause you stress. That's going to cause you to worry. That's going to cause you to be concerned. All we need to be concerned. We have enough evidence. You don't need to watch anything else. We just need to be concerned about shutting her down.
That's so true. Yeah, because that's just being a part. She's building a web, and everybody keep falling into it. And that's the way to get you reeled into her web. Is her coming with this content, keeping you coming in, and then you make a video that she can bite off of, and you can bite off of. Yeah.
And another thing, the more you watch her videos, this is what happened to me. I have never, ever, ever hated anybody in my whole life. I don't have hate in my heart. I love everybody, and I'm a very forgiving person. The more I watch Tosh Times lives, the devil is using her to infuriate me. The devil is using her to make me have anxiety. I'm not a person that has anxiety. And watch Tosh Time, you will start to find that you are beginning to hate her. And I don't want to hate her.
Like her.
And I don't want to hate her, and I don't want to hate nobody. So we got to stop watching her, because the devil is using what she's doing to incite anger and hate in our hearts.
That's so true. That's so true. That is so true.
So don't watch
and
her.
I'm gonna stop watching. I'm gonna stop watching Unspoken too, because if she's gonna let Tosh take over her lives, I can't do it. I can't.
Then that's what you seen me today. I was in that live from the beginning. I commented a little, then I was laying in bed and trying to take a little nap, and what she was saying was relaxing me, but I was listening to everything. But when she allowed Tosh Time start playing her, I wasn't relaxed no more. It was antagonizing me. It was frustrating me. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you letting her control your life? That's what she wants to do. And because I talked to the salad lady yesterday. She kind of seemed sincere, but she seemed like she has an agenda. And I think that Tosh Time sent her over there. I think it's a part of their plan. Because why all of a sudden, and then why both her and Perkins come together?
Right.
And then why is Tosh Time telling you to mod her?
Yeah. And then it's so crazy too.
And why are you listening to it? Why are you listening to her?
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy too? Perkins Life did a video yesterday, and I was like, that's weird. They haven't done a video since the whole hospital thing. You know, it just seems so weird to me. Yeah, no, something just don't make sense. No. I'm
not gonna be a part of this mess where it's just continuing to go on and on. I have to find resolution for myself, and I can't wait for anybody else to find that resolution for me, because it don't look like they trying to come to a resolution.
No,
you don't need to expose anything about Chilla and nobody on YouTube. You got your facts, you know. And it's other people who was even helping us that I think they're frustrated and they're not even commenting anymore. CC was very instrumental in all the comments CC has been leaving on my channel for weeks, months, and Sunday. Now CC ain't saying nothing. CC gone.
No. Yeah, she is. Yeah. And you know, she Tosh just lies, and she lies to those people. Oh, Tasty made a video. No, I was watching Tasty all day. And she wasn't typing on her computer or nothing. And she was a face-to-face live with us. She did not have time to do that video name yesterday. Like when she was telling the CC girl, oh, but it had a period at the end of your name. See, that's Tasty. No, it's not. I watched Tasty's live. And I was with her all day yesterday. And Tasty was not typing away on her computer. She didn't say, oh, hold on, y'all, I want to do something on my phone. No. You can't get by with that. But she just has the weakest minded people. So yeah, that's true. I'm not watching anymore. Unspoken, because it's like they're gaming off of this, and I just can't. I can't.
Well, child, I'm gonna save your number, and if I need to call you back, let me call Miss Gloria, because some of this stuff we're talking about I had already discussed with Miss Gloria, and she really be like, it really encourages her when we get confirmation on certain things that we already talked about. And, you know, she not feeling good. So I know this is kind of going to make her feel better. But yeah, I appreciate you, and let Nick know that I appreciate him and I love you guys so much.
I love you too.
Thank you for everything that y'all are doing for me and willing to do for me. And let's just hope that this is the solution that God wants us to have to quieten this beast. She's a beast. I was gonna call her a bear, but she's a beast.
Yeah, she is. And you are so welcome.
Okay, well, let me get off this phone and see what I could get accomplished today. And I'm probably going to go live on Vanessa, My Life, My Journey, and clean my kitchen up from all them dishes from last night. Okay, well, thank you, and I appreciate you. God bless you.
You're welcome. God bless you, too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.